So today I'm going to be doing this makeup look inspired by the new Mummy film, which I'm not going to watch because I'm too scared. So I'm going to attempt to glue this half of my brows down because I've got very big brows, bushy brows, and she's got very straight brows. And I'm just going to glue the outer half of my eyebrows down to my face because the Mummy has very straight eyebrows. Letting that dry down. So now my brows are glued down, I'm going to use just a collection of loose powder. I'm going to cover them. Ow! That hurt. Just use a little bit more glue to make it a bit sticky. So I'm just pressing that down and hoping it covers my brows. I think I'll start with my eyes. I'm just going to use the collection Lasting Perfection concealer to prime my eyelids because I just like using concealer on my eyelids if I'm doing my eyes first. So I'm just blending that all on. So I'm just going to set my eyelids with the Kat Von D Shading Light palette. I'm going to use the shade Levitation. So from the eyes, I'm going to use the Morphe 35M palette. This colour is a transition shade. I'm just going to use a bit of this colour as well. So I'm just going to start with my lids and then I'm going to do my foundation. So I'm not going to finish my eye because I don't know why. So I'm going to use a little bit of this orange shade and run it in the crease. I'm just going to gradually make it darker using just an array of these shades. These shades to make it darker. Actually, I think I'm going to leave the eyes at that and come back to them. Decided to do my foundation first. Wiping a bit of that powder away that's not actually on my eyebrow. To prime my face, I'm going to use the NYX Pore Filler. So I'm just applying that all over my face. So I'm just going to take my LA Girl Pro Conceal Green Colour Corrector just around my nose as I always do. And then with my fingers. So she's quite pale, so I'm going to use the NYX Mineral Stick Foundation in the shade Light Pale. I'm hoping this is going to be really pale, but I'm not sure if it will be because I am quite pale. Just going to do one side first in case I don't like it, and I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. Just putting lines on my face. I'm going to use quite a lot. Just blending it all out with my beauty blender. It's not the best coverage foundation on my skin. It's not really working that well. Used to, but just going over my brows where I've glued them down. Doesn't matter if I cover up a bit of the eyeshadow because I'm going to go over that. So I'm just going to get a bit of my e.l.f. foundation shade Porcelain. Just put a little bit on a dish. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and dip it in on the back of my hand still. And then just go over it because the coverage is not that great. Usually I would contour with my Fenty Beauty matchsticks, but today I'm just going to use this Makeup Revolution Pro HD Cream Contour Light Medium palette. I'm going to use the coolest shade possible. I think I'm just going to use maybe this one. Maybe mix it so it's not so dark with one of these paler shades. Yeah, I'm just going to mix it. And I'm just going to draw kind of lines. And I'm going to use a different brush. To change the brush, I'm using the Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. I'm just mixing these two pale shades with this dark shade. So it's a cool contour shade. She isn't very tan. She's looking ghostly. So this contour is quite hard to blend out, so I'm just going to use the MAC Fix Plus spray. That's probably too much. Then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and put it into my skin. Obviously the Mummy would have a contoured nose because who doesn't? I do anyway, this conker. Now that's all blended in and I don't look quite so ghostly, I'm just going to go back in with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer under my eyes, on my nose, forehead, around my nose and on my chin. And actually I'm just going to put a little bit here because just because. So I'm just going to set that concealer with the Kat Von D Shade Light Palette in the shade Levitation again. On my forehead, nose, chin, and then a little bit here. So for my brows I'm just going to use the Benefit Brow in the shade 5. I'm not sure if it's going to be dark enough, so I might have to switch it to a black eyeliner. But I haven't got a black wig, so I thought if I just go with my usual so it matches my hair. Not that my eyebrows match my hair because they're very dark, naturally. So she has some crazy brows. So I'm just going to start in the eyebrow that's actually there and just do strokes because her eyebrows are quite dark and thick. Just drawing a line out. So I've decided I'm just going to draw them out and then conceal. I'm just going to conceal what I don't like on the brows. And just take a little brush and just running over it. Concealing again what I don't like. I might go back in with a powder in a little bit. So using the Kat Von D Shade Light Palette yet again to contour, I'm going to use the coolest shade, which is this one, which is called Subconscious. And then I'm just taking the Royal Techniques Bold Metals 301 brush. I'm just going to put that there and then I'm going to blend it out because it kind of looks a bit crazy at the minute. And then just blend that out. Okay, and then I'm just going on my forehead. She kind of looks a bit mucky, so it doesn't matter if it's not completely blended. Put on a bronzer helmet and the jawline. That contour looks mucky, but I don't really mind because she does. And then going down my nose. And then blending that out with just a Real Techniques brush. So we're going to go back to the eyes. We're just going to use these dark shades here. This one and this one. Or maybe this one. So I'm just taking the dark colours and just blending from the crease inwards. And again, it doesn't matter too much if it's not perfect because she is not perfect. And I'm just kind of bringing it out into a V, so it's more of a cat eye. And I'm just going to blend it out with a Spectrum 808 brush. Just decided to put a bit of baking powder under there so it kind of stays at the right angle. So going from the outer corner to the inner corner and blending in circular motions. So I'm just going to take a bit of the black shade from the Morphe Troll P palette, but only a tiny bit. It could be a mistake. Placing it in the inner corner and blending inwards. I'm just going back in with that Spectrum brush and just blend in again. I'm just going to use a Spectrum A13 brush and just going with the darker shade from the Morphe 350M palette. Putting it on the lid so you can't see any of my skin through it. I'm just going to sweep off that baking we put on earlier. So this side looks alright, but this side looks a bit messy. Just going to get that concealer brush and just go under there. I'm gonna run the dark colour under my eye. Then I'm just going to take this bigger brush, going with like a brownie shade. Just run it under my eye because she's got a little bit of mess under there. She looks a little bit dead. So I'm just going to use a Too Faced Perfect Eyes waterproof eyeliner on my waterline. Just using the Benefit Royal Lash Mascara. I'm going to use some of the Freedom Duo Brow Powder in Ebony, which is just using my Real Techniques brow brush. Just run it through my brows so it looks darker and bushy. I'm going to use the Amber Rose lashes in the shade Peachy. of drawings on her face. I'm using the Rimmel Scandalise Precision Micro Eyeliner. I'm going to stop there because I'm going to put a fringe in. And then she's got more down here. So it would be a great way to cover your bags. So I'm just going to get some liquid later to make some scars. I probably should have done this before my foundation, but oh well. Yeah. Right, so I'm just ripping up some tissue and just so it looks a bit messy. Okay, so just going over the top of it with my what's it called? Liquid latex. Pressing it down. Just go over it again to make it a little bit more thick. Pressing it into my face. I'm not good at this. I am not professional at making weird scars. Okay, this is probably really bad. And I'm just going to go in with the liquid latex and press over it. Okay, so I've just started sticking some tissue on my nose, and then I'm just going over it with the liquid latex and putting a little bit more tissue on. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that with the nose one, and then she's got one around her neck, so I'm just going to put one on here and hope I don't get a red neck. Now that it is kind of set to my face, I'm going to use my beauty blender and my foundation and just hope and pray it looks better than it does currently. Well, I'm just going to set it with my powder. I'm just going to go over my contour still. So I'm just kind of picking at this until it pulls it and just like making it more like a hole. So I'm just going to get a black eyeshadow and just put it on the skin under here and just colour it in with black. Looks a bit dirty, doesn't she? Like, dot a bit of black on it and just literally rub it with my finger. I just rubbed on my makeup off there. You see? Just going to use that eyeliner I used in my waterline earlier just to line my lips. And then I'm just going to fill it in with a MUA black lipstick. I'm just going to use some translucent powder just to make that lipstick a little matte. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'm literally just rubbing oily makeup remover onto the scar. Oh, that's coming off easy because I've got oil all over it. So now my glows are ruined. So now my glues are brown. I actually don't like the Mummy because it scares me. Probably won't scare me now. Probably will. I'm losing my nose. I got your nose! Classic. Because you're worth it. The Mummy loves Pandora rings. Go buy now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. That's so lovely, Melissa. Hello everyone. Okay, so this scar makeup is pretty shocking because I'm not really good at it, but gotta work with what you got.